Hi, my name's Steven, and this is Rittenhouse Needlepoint. Welcome. We're going to talk about DMC Satin Floss today. Satin Floss is the shiniest thread available according to DMC. I guess maybe it's the shiniest DMC thread available. It's 100% rayon, so it glides easily through the fabric. It is made up of 6 size 25 threads, so it's like an embroidery floss, 6 strands. You use 4 strands on 18 mesh and 6 strands on 13 or 14 mesh. It is sold in 8-meter skeins. It's made in France. It's 100% color fast. And it is soft, shiny, and glossy. So it is, as its name indicates, like satin. So that's a good thing. It's a different thread, it's a different texture, and it's unique in the thread world for having that quality of being like satin. That's a good thing. The dog just ran by. So you're hearing, we're filming while the store's open, so you're hearing lots of ambient noise. So just be aware of that. Anyhow, the thread, because of its glossy and shiny nature, is also very slippery. So it's a bit of a challenge to work with. It's not the easiest thread to stitch with. Anchoring it and ending it can be difficult. I'm not going to lie to you. So that's why a lot of people shy away from this thread, because it's slippery. So I like it because of its unique qualities. So I bear with it and I figure out a way to work with it. But it isn't easy. So I always use a Bargello tuck, and I always leave a little bit of a tail. Now, generally speaking, in needlepoint, I don't leave a tail on the back side. But when I'm working with DMC Satin Floss, I will leave a little bit extra because I know that it's going to work its way out a little bit. So I want to leave a little extra. Now, for those of you who don't know what a Bargello tuck is, what you do is you go in the opposite direction for a little bit, and then you come back and anchor the thread going forward. So you go backwards and then come back and go forwards under the previously stitched threads. So the idea is that you're anchoring in one way and then you're anchoring back in the other direction. So there's an extra security there. So you're going to want to use a laying tool when you're working with this thread to get the best light reflectivity, And to make the thread easier to handle, you're going to want to moisten it lightly. Hey, let's keep it down. You're going to want to moisten it lightly. So what I do is, or what I did, I went to the pharmacy and I got myself some makeup sponges, and I moistened one of the makeup sponges lightly, and then I just make it in like a taco, and I drag it down the thread, just once or twice lightly, just moistens it a little bit, and then I thread up my needle. I did try to make a knot in the thread, but it didn't work out. So I skipped the knot. Even though you're not supposed to use knots in needlepoint, I thought, you know what, with this thread, I'm going to try using a knot, but it didn't work out, so I didn't use a knot. Okay, so you moisten the thread with a damp cloth or sponge before you work it. The other thing, while you're stitching, if it becomes twisted, take your needle off, use the dull end of your needle to try and comb and separate the threads, and then get them to untangle and rethread your needle, continue stitching, using your laying tool to keep them nice and flat. The other thing you're going to want to do is keep your thread shorter, and you're going to want to keep your thread away from the surface of the canvas where it could snag and wear out. So, having said all of that, it's a nice thread. It's a lovely effect. It's unique, shiny look, you know, perfect for like a prom dress or let's see, what are some of the other uses I have? I don't have any uses, of course, put down yet, but you can think of lots of uses for a satin thread, and there's nothing quite like it. So if you're up for a challenge, DMC Satin Floss. It comes in 60 colors, so there's quite a number of colors to choose from, and it's worth setting a goal for yourself, learning how to use it, and being one of the few people who know about DMC Satin Floss. I think it's a good thing, as Martha says. So thanks for watching, and be sure to follow us on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. Visit our website at myneedlepoint.com, and I'll see you again real soon.